Hey everybody, Bad Merc here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Berserker Unbound by Jeff Lemire and illustrated by Mike Diodato Jr. It's a pretty cool character right off the bat. His name is the Mongrel King. It's a pretty cool design. He's got like red hair and these red fiery eyes. He's kind of like a cross between Conan and He-Man a little bit, or I don't know, maybe more like Conan. I got the first cover by Mike Mignola, and I would have to say that my favorite cover would definitely be this one. This one's pretty cool too, though. But yeah, and then this one right here, I don't know, it's kind of got like this post-apocalyptic setting, but from my understanding, the story didn't really have a post-apocalyptic feel to it. The only thing it really kind of reminds me of He-Man is that he comes from another world and fantasy world, kind of like Hyperborea, and into ours, which would be, kind of similar to the Masters of the Universe movie with Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella, which I love that movie, and I have. But yeah, we can get right into it. This is the character right here, the Mongrel King. Basically, his family was killed, and he's basically wants revenge. And there's these. It's crazy because there's these other berserkers in here. They're basically like Scandinavian or style berserkers with the bears on their skull. And this is the best book, I think. The first one and the fourth one. Just look at that cool like piece right there. It's a pretty cool art. It's brutal too. That's why I love the book. That's the one thing. Look at that. That right there is basically like Frazetta style right there. Oh my god. Yeah. That right there is worth the price of admission. Just that one. Look at that. Yeah. Really cool art. I like this a lot. And this artist too, he was doing the Savage Avengers for a little bit too. I like what he did on this one a lot more than on that. And then he gets sucked into this portal, basically where he comes here. Yeah, so there's that, and he's meets this like homeless guy, and they basically bond, and they talk, but they don't speak each other's language, and they're out there, and the Mongrel King, Berserker or whatever his name is, it's the Mongrel King. He just wants like I guess he gets like a drink, so they go and wander around and get some alcohol from some like liquor store, and they come back, and then he like fights these two millennials or whatever, and then takes them out. And basically, these two issues right here, that's like they're just not really doing anything. They're just sitting out in the woods drinking and talking, or like showing pictures of each other's wives. And I guess the homeless guy's wife and family died just like him, so they could relate on that. And I don't know. I guess it could be like a cool like character arc, construction or character, development for 2 and 3. But I don't know. I would have trimmed him out and done something totally different. I would have had him like, I don't know, have a little more action. It's something. I don't know. But the third or the fourth and final issue, this one they get down. Though this one's worth it though. Like the bad guy comes to his world, and Berserker just the Mongo King just goes up and just taking fools out, like fucking fools up. Just coming out of the water. Oh man, see ya. You won't be needing that anymore. you know. Pretty cool design too on the villain. Look at that mask. That's awesome. It just seems like they didn't do enough with it. I know. I think they almost feels that like they were promised like 6 issues and they just try to cram it and cut it, and edit it and change it down to 4 issues because I don't know. It seems like there should have been more to it. But yeah. Look at that. Sick. Pretty much ends though like spoilers. Pretty much ends with like the villain trying to use his magic on the Earthling, the human guy, the homeless man, and he couldn't do it because his magic doesn't work in our realm. Kind of like the Kal-El or Superman or Clark Kent thing, where our sun is different than his sun. So yeah, he tried to use his magic on him, and he just fucked him up. Yeah, and yeah, basically, the Mongol King's gonna go back to his home because the bad guy left the portal open, and they both go. His buddy's just like, what, I don't I don't have really anything to like live here for, so I'm gonna come with you. So he comes with him back to his world, and they start a new adventure. All in all, a decent series. I'm glad I bought it. I don't regret it. I think it's a cool character, something I like to draw. I like the red hair. It's something original. It's always cool when you see like a redheaded character. That's like the one people really haven't exploited. Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of Thor a little bit with the red hair, the real Thor. And yeah, it seems like they're leaving it open for another another issue. I would definitely buy this if it was an ongoing. This would be really cool just to like explore the whole fantasy world. I'm not really big on like those characters coming into our world because I could read any other comic book for that. It's a cool little fish out of water concept, but the fish dries out and dies pretty quick. It doesn't really last that long. So yeah, all in all, I definitely give this book 2 horns up. I would have probably given it 1 horn, but the first issue and the last issue had me. I did like a lot of the character development in these two, but they could have been squeezed down into one. And then they could have expanded more of the story, like somehow. But yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Hit that like button, subscribe, and as always, we're gonna have daily content here on metal, movies, and brewskis.